Good afternoon. Not legal advice, obviously. That's the name of the channel. Today I'll give you an update on the litigation involving Mmtlp and Fidelity et al. Today is Thursday, February 23rd. Almost forgot the date. First thing I wanted to kind of reference, again, this is not legal advice. Do your own due diligence, etc. Everything you've heard from everybody else. But I wanted to start this off by saying that I have gratitude to express because several of you have graciously and privately offered funds to me. I really appreciate those really genuine offers. However, I must decline. Despite the fact that my legal bills, the time that I've spent to date on this, would even make me blush, I am truly happy to push forward and do whatever I can to assist the group. Just like this video, I will be timely in my updates, and I'll agree to push forward, even if appeals are ultimately required, until I feel everyone is reasonably taken care of, as I recently implied to Fidelity Counsel. I think this is a just cause. And although I know people in the community, getting them financially whole is their paramount goal, I'm driven by trying to keep those who may not have access to a voice or a particular skill, trying to give them a voice in this matter. It certainly isn't noble by any means, but everybody does what they can do. And I personally thank all the others in the community, and I mean all of them, who are working towards the same goal. It's truly appreciated. So there is something you can do for me. Even if you don't watch another one of my videos on my brand new channel, which is less than a month old, you can subscribe, like, and share. If nothing else, I will try and teach the practicalities of litigation based upon my own personal experience. So, getting to my update. So since my last update, I have filed a second amended complaint. It was filed on February 22nd, 2023 with the federal court. I filed the second amended complaint with the consent of the court to deal with any potential shortcomings raised by the fact that the matter was removed from state to federal court and the pleading requirements are different, and taking into account the communications from counsel that I've had with other parties and whatever purported defects they may have asserted. So in my opinion, by doing this and filing a second amended complaint, it provides the best chance for my action to survive in federal court. And now to kind of go back a little bit, to reiterate, the complaint is the document that asserts the claims against the other parties. It can be amended as a matter of right once, and thereafter by court authorization. The three defendants now have 21 days from February 21st, 2023 to either file an answer or a motion. The new complaint, which has some minor glitch on the court return copy, is available in the community website and elsewhere, I believe, because it's been provided to community members. Now, again, I'm talking about federal court, and these rules that I'm talking about apply to a federal action. There are separate and different rules that will apply to a state action. For example, when I originally brought this in state court in California. So I expect FINRA and the DTCC to both file a motion to dismiss, in large part based upon immunity grounds. The court will either grant or deny those motions. I would estimate that those motions will be heard somewhere between 45 to 60 days from today's date. If the court grants their motions, he can either grant with leave to amend, or he can dismiss the case as to those particular parties. Leave to amend means changes can be made to the document and a new version can be filed with the court. If the motion to dismiss is denied, then they would have to answer the complaint. An answer usually in the form of a denial of the claims. Also usually includes potential defenses that the defendants will assert in their case against the plaintiff. After an answer is filed, and in federal court the rules are slightly different because there has to be a specific conference that occurs, discovery can then proceed in full scale. So even though I started discovery in state court, it is stayed in discovery and the clock starts again. So we'll have to have the conference and then discovery will commence, at least as to this particular action. I will do a video at some point in time in the near future, and I'll go over discovery, what the various types are, what the purposes are, and where we are with that. As to Fidelity, I expect Fidelity to refile their motion to arbitrate. They filed one in state court. I would expect them to file one in federal court. That will be filed within the next 20 days. And notwithstanding their motion to have this arbitrated, either the matter will be decided in federal court or it will be decided in arbitration. But I will press on either way and move forward. Just to let you know, as to Fidelity, I've also made a written demand that they provide me my actual share certificates. I was told that I will get a written reply to that next week. I'm also aware of new strategies that others may be implementing next week that are designed to add pressure, and I look forward to seeing if those are actually implemented. I also have recently seen, but I'm certainly not recommending, but some attorneys are advocating as a potential strategy, especially to those that have small holdings, to engage in mass arbitration filings with their brokers. I'm not suggesting that, but that's something to think in the future, especially for people that have small or little interest. If enough arbitrations were filed with all brokers, it would inundate them and make the system, in essence, fail. But again, I'm not recommending that. I'm just saying I heard that recently and I thought it was an interesting strategy. So I will have a lot more information within the next 21 days. I expect to hear information about new strategies within the next 10 days. I will continue to keep you updated. I know this entire process is frustrating and draining and harmful to your health and your financial well-being. Know that myself and others have not forgotten that point, and I will be back in touch with you soon. Be well. Remember, subscribe, like, and share. Take care of yourself, take care of your neighbors, and I'll speak to you soon.